Victory lies not in strength, but in justice. These ancient words, forged in the fires of timeless wisdom, resound with a power that shakes the foundations of our modern world. A clarion call to reclaim the essence of true triumph in an era where brute force is idolized. Success is measured by conquests, and power is mistaken for progress. We exalt the mighty, follow the fortunate, envy the audacious aggressors who dominate with daring displays. But history, that unrelenting teacher, reveals a profound truth time and again. Raw might alone doesn't forge greatness. It often forges tyrants. True victory, the kind that endures through eternities and inspires generations, springs not from domination's dark well, but from the luminous fountain of justice. True victory, the lasting, meaningful, honorable kind that echoes eternally, blooms not from the shadows of subjugation, but from the light of lifting others. Strength may seize the moment, but justice secures the legacy. Strength can silence voices, but justice gives them volume. Strength may conquer lands, but only justice can heal hearts and unite humanity. Ask yourself with heroic honesty, what form of victory are you pursuing in the grand arena of your life? Are you striving to overpower opponents or to uplift allies? Do you seek to be feared as a force or respected as a beacon? For anyone can claim conquest through intimidation, but it demands unyielding courage to champion justice, to stand for what's right when the path is rugged, when costs climb high, when the crowd clamors for easier conquests. The strongest souls aren't those who thunder with threats or trample the vulnerable. They are the serene sentinels who uphold truth with quiet conviction, their presence a pillar that inspires others to rise. They don't rely on roars to rally. They lead with the resonant ring of righteousness that echoes in every heart hungry for honor. We exist in a landscape littered with illusions, where power parades as unbridled aggression, where victory is viewed through the lens of vanquished foes, where dominance dazzles but ultimately dims the human spirit. But justice. Justice is the eternal flame that illuminates the path forward, inspiring not fear but faith, not division but devotion, not temporary triumphs but timeless transformations. When justice guides your hand, love flows freely and fully, unforced by fear or favoritism. Justice ensures that equity endures, that fairness becomes the fabric of societies that stand the test of time. Courage, tempered by justice, becomes noble heroism that inspires multitudes to stand tall. Without justice, victories are vacant, hollow trophies tarnished by time, remembered not for glory, but for the grief they inflicted. The greatest luminaries of history, the leaders who lifted nations from ashes, the visionaries who envisioned equitable worlds, the warriors who waged peace, weren't conquerors of cruelty. They were champions of compassion. They understood that justice isn't a concession. It's the cornerstone of conquests that count. Strength fades like twilight shadows, tested by time and toppled by trials. But justice only fortifies with the passage of years, earning trust that towers, inspiring loyalties that last, creating peace that prevails. Necessity creates clarity. It cuts away illusion. It forces you to face truth, to make decisions, to change. The door may be closed, but you are still standing. And that means something. That means life continues. And you have a choice. You may not choose what happens, but you choose how to face it. The wise don't fight the storm. They build shelter. The strong don't curse the mountain. They start climbing. The courageous don't beg for the past. They build the future. And it all begins when you stop fighting what is and start flowing with what must be. Because if not even the gods can defy necessity, then surely We can learn to work with it, to use it, to be shaped by it, not broken. The person who bends does not break. The person who adapts survives, and the person who accepts transforms. So ask yourself, what have you been resisting? What truth have you refused to face? What reality have you hoped would disappear? Maybe it's time to stop and listen and breathe and say, yes, this is where I am. This is what must be. Now, what will I do with it? That is power. That is freedom. That is wisdom. And that is how you rise. Not by conquering the inevitable, but by flowing with it, growing through it, and becoming something stronger than before. Not even the gods fight necessity, so why should you? Let necessity shape you, not defeat you. Let it guide you, not crush you. Accept, adapt, advance. This is the way.
If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.